Shalom. All praises to the Most High. Anoka said, praise be to the earthly mother, the Pachamama, and all of her earthly angels, the Air Kadeshoi. Praise be to the Holy Spirit, the Kahe, in the name of his only begotten Son, Moss of the Land, unification to the nation. So, I guess it's the videos that everyone gravitates towards. You know, they don't want to watch any of the, the videos that actually help them spiritually, but, people will watch, well, Edom gets owned, or who are the face rats with the small hats. They'll always click on those videos, but if I tell people, hey, gender roles are one of the things that get you back into the Garden of Eden, nah, I don't care about that. But Esau. But whatever, that's fine by me. But I cover all things, so if people are more interested in one topic than another, that's cool. But anyway, we're going to just get back on this Atacama desert dig. uh I don't know, man, this is just very, very interesting. I was just thinking about the land again, and placing things, or placing certain lands where they're going to be. I sent Big Judah some of my research, and if he likes it, he likes it. But I'm going to expand upon it very soon. I want to figure out where everything is, man. But I'm gonna take it slow. I'm just giving you guys a piece of a little bit of what I've been looking at and into. So I want to play this video. This is a video of the Atacama Desert. I'm gonna skip through it, but I definitely suggest you guys watch this video. I could watch this video for, I could watch pretty much. I could watch footage of the desert for hours. It's a very mystical place, man. It's a very beautiful place. But you could also see why the Israelites would complain as much as they did, because there's no water here. None. It is the driest desert on earth. Absolutely. But I wanted to make a point for the lands of Edom. And hopefully I'm able to show you these different lands. Well, let's play the video. We chilling. Great music, by the way. It's real chill. Also wanted to note the fact that there's water here, and this is still the driest desert on earth. That means other deserts have even more water. So that says something. A lot of these rocks that you'll see, bro, these are giants. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. That's a face, bro. Look at that. That's a profile angle of a face. Look at it very closely. The rock on the left, that's a face. Alright, I'm gonna skip through this now. Let's go here, because I like this shot. It's very beautiful. Now, Edom's land is supposed to be red and rocky and rough. His hair is supposed to be rough. He's supposed to be rough and hairy, right? Let me see if I can find some of this land for you. Yeah, this would be an example. You could see the trail, the Israelites walking along this trail. Edom pops out the rocks. Well, not really, I should say Amalek, but, it's all Edom. But Amalek were the ones who did it. It's just so very weird because you'll see just landscape right next to each other and be totally different. Like, come on, man. As a bonus, I'm actually going to show you another video because, this couple, I guess they come back home. Let me stop playing, but the so-called Caucasian couple, they come and, they want to explain their science. But in the midst of it, they admit some things that were very interesting. But I'm going to show you the video afterward. All right, let's skip ahead. I'm going to show you the land. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you, man. Watch this, man. Look at this, bro. You mean to tell me that this isn't the lands of Seir? And they find civilizations all over the place in the Atacama Desert. They're really perplexed as to why people would build civilizations here. Skipping ahead, let's go. Look, bro. Look at that land. I don't know, man. This place just feels...
We made USAA insurance for this season. When being a fan on a budget gets tough, our agents do the legwork so saving on auto insurance is easy. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. Okay. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, this place seems very mystical, to me at least. It feels like... I don't know. It feels like I've been here before. In a weird way. It's the same feeling I get when I look at the Amazon. I feel like I've been there before. Let's keep skipping. Sister pointed out something very interesting when we were viewing this. Actually, I think I skipped it. Did I skip it? I don't think I did. I should see it. Might be coming up here. You see this land, right? Okay. See all of these drawings, right? I don't know what these drawings mean or anything of that sort, but they have a lot of ancient civilizations here and very red and rocky lands. It doesn't really make any sense to archaeologists, but for us, we can make sense out of it if we choose to. Doesn't mean our conclusions are going to be correct, but we can try, right? Now, when I came across this, I was like, all right, I'm convinced, bro. This is Amalek Land. And I'm going to show you because there is something that's a dead giveaway. the red land is not what I'm talking about, but this is very interesting because I wasn't really able to show you a lot of the red land in the True Exodus video, but I hope I'm showing you a lot this time. What does that look like? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. But to me, that looks like a head. And behind that head looks like wings, or maybe, it could be just the body decomposing. But that looks like a head and a very large neck, a thick neck. Look at it. You can see the ears, you can see the two eyes. That's a head. 100%. That is a petrified head. I don't know if I could slow this down. Oh, yes, I can. Sweet. Watch. That don't look like a head to you? A lumpy head, but all these giants have lumpy ass heads. They're related to the Anunnaki. They're gonna have long lumpy ass heads. There's nothing to be surprised about. But it's very interesting that I see all of these different giants, man. All these different giants around these areas. Really big. And you can see why the children of Israel were so damn scared. It's easy to, to talk ish unless you're there, because you have people who haven't even seen these giants and are ready to pick up arms and have already lost their faith. You guys are a bunch of punks. But that's really all I want to show you. That's not a giant, bro. Look at the two eyes. That's a head. That's a head. That's a head. That's a head. I don't care what no one says, bro. That is a face. Look at that. That's a face. That's not a face. I'm tripping. Call me a liar, bro. Call me a liar. That's a face. That's a whole face. Let me show you something else. I probably should have got this first.
At really high elevation, we made it to the Amalek Lagoon in the Seir Atacama, an incredible desert, super high up in the Andean mountains. It's like this crazy plateau at really high elevation. We're so close to the sun. I mean, I'm not usually a sunburner, and I'm burnt. I'm getting flash fried.
Come on, bro. Stop lying. You know damn well that you are a sunburner. Do not lie to the camera. Just be yourself. It's okay. I'm just teasing, but it's a good thing to see all of us come home, Edom included. It's a great thing. But what did she say? Those lands are elevated to the sky. They're close to the sun. Anytime you have lands that are very close to the sky, that's a dead giveaway that it's our lands. Or, it's some sort of old world lands. And she's about to say it.
I can tell. But we're up here, and what's crazy about this place is that it's basically the remnants of what the earth used to be before it was inhabited by animals and humans 38 million years ago.
Of course, yeah. Well, they're going to give their whole spin on it. But as she said, those are very old lands. Very old lands. Probably some of the oldest lands on earth. Sacred lands. Lands that are high up to the skies. Come on now.
Go.
It's pretty crazy. You can actually look it up. The Atacama Desert in Chile is actually the driest desert in the world. Ironically enough, it rained a little bit.
The desert of sin. Translated to the desert of Zin. Zin equals dryness, aridness. Hey, I mean, whatever. No me importa. I wanted to go to a comment here. Not necessarily the video, but it was a very good comment. Now, this is very interesting. Both of these comments are pretty good, but I would wait, Hazard? I don't know. I would have heard maybe a crazy guess, maybe Seir were satyrs. They were chimera, half goat and half Nephilim seed. A genetic experiment. The island of Dr. Morrow. The same genetic experiments they are conducting today. That's why they are so obsessed with their goat, god, Pan, and devil horns everywhere. It sounds crazy. Well, they're also obsessed with it is because that's their god. Their god is Samael, and Samael looks exactly like Pan because he is. He also looks like the Baphomet. And he says the Aryans split themselves to many groups while changing names. Romans, Scythians, Greeks, Hyksos, Hurrians, and all are all the same origin. He's half right. I don't know about the Hyksos. Wait. The Hyksos, yeah. I don't know about them. But and the Scythians, I don't know. I really don't know, but you know, they're definitely the Romans and the Greeks. These are the same people who keep changing their names over and over again. And shout out to the sister DDI giving me some incredible drop. We're gonna get to that in a later video though. But anyway, let's go to the next one. Actually, let me show you a video that I did. That's why I have this in this little playlist. Is because the video I'm about to show you next is going to remind you of something. So you say it? Now, in this video, I went over the concept of the homunculus. And the homunculus resembles a very, very small child. And this small child is pretty much used as an instrument. And you can control different things. You can control the rain or the sun or, you know. And it's made in a very, very wicked way. Oh, excuse me. Right? I just want to give you some, you know, background information for those who have forgotten or haven't seen the video. But yes, homunculus usually are deformed. They're like almost like adult children, you know, things who were created without a woman's womb. Like, the sperm is the life energy. It is the creation, but the woman nurtures. See, if you're really paying attention to everything, you'll notice that there's gender roles in everything. The seed and the ground, the man and the woman, masculine and feminine energies. A woman is supposed to be receptive. A man is supposed to be, you know, he gives and the woman receives. It's the whole energies of it. But anyway, let's go to this video.
So if this is true, what whether the skeleton should... Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. This is a really interesting story. So about 15 years ago, the discovery of a 6-inch mummified skeleton from northern Chile's Atacama Desert led to widespread speculation about its origins because, well, it's 6 inches. And the bone of contention was whether the skeletal remains were that of an alien, an unrecognized primate species, or a human fetus. Because if you're just looking at this, there's definitely something really strange about it. The
He compared it to an alien, a primate species, or a human. Well, why not all three? Mount Seir were doing genetic splicing. Yes, they were. And this is not the only little quote-unquote alien that they found in the Atacama Desert. They found others. So, this stuff, it gets very deep, but it's kind of proving to me where the lands of Edom are, or were, or at least part of the lands of Edom are. Because there could be really lands everywhere that we had lands. It's definitely a possibility.
mummified skeleton was found when an immature collector by the name of Oscar Munoz chanced upon a leather pouch containing a white cloth. This was when he was exploring La Noria, a deserted nitrate mining town in Chile's Atacama region. When he unwrapped the cloth,
Wait a minute. Pay attention to that land, because I didn't even noticed this before. What type of land is that?
white cloth. This was when he was exploring
Oh, red rocky land.
La Noria, a deserted nitrate mining town in Chile's Atacama region. When he unwrapped the cloth, Oscar uncovered a skeleton, hence named as Ata after the site of his finding. Now, the presumption of Ata being an alien continued for many years until recently, when a genomic analysis shed new light on his ancestry. Now, just looking at this, I think I would have guessed alien, because with a height of about 6 inches, Ata's diminutive frame really stood out. Despite its tiny size, the skeleton was fully formed with matured features. It exhibited hardened.
You see that? What I just tell you about homunculus. They have the body of children, but they're fully developed. They age incredibly fast. They're used as tools. It really is disgusting and disturbing, but this is what they did.
Teeth, an elongated and angular skull, pronounced oval and slanted eye sockets, and
See? Elongated skull.
10 pairs of ribs as opposed to the standard 12 pairs of an adult human. The skeleton was estimated to be around 40 years old, and preliminary attempts to date its bone age led to the conclusion that the specimen was that of a young child aged no more than 6 or 8 years.
So, the skeletal structure is that of a 40-year-old, but the bone age was that of an 8-year-old. So it aged very fast in maturity, but the body did not age. That sounds exactly like a homunculus.
In looking at it, it's really no surprise that since Ata's unearthing in 2003, the probability of the Atacama humanoid being an alien has been rife. More so because of a 2013 UFO documentary titled Sirius, which fueled the conjecture. In this documentary, American ufologist Stephen M. Greer attempted to demystify the origin of Ata and speculated that the mummy had its genesis in extraterrestrials. So intrigued by the mystery surrounding Ata's origins, Gary P. Nolan, a professor of microbiology and immunology at Stanford University, decided to conduct an in-depth analysis of the skeleton's well-preserved DNA by extracting a sample from the bone marrow of Ata's ribs. Accordingly, necessary permissions were sought from the skeleton's president, Ramon Navia Osorio, who eventually bought Ata from female, but she bought Ata from...
Now pay attention to this part, because they're about to say something very mind-blowing, and it's going to prove something.
Oscar Munoz and treasured it in a private collection in Spain. The genetic study of the skeleton made some startling revelations, which indicated that not only was Ata a human female, but she was probably of Chilean descent, with the likelihood of her parallel lineage to European ancestry not being ruled out either. Moreover,
Wow. Do you realize what they just said? They are saying that there is a connection with some sort of indigenous Chilean population and the population of Western Europe. What are they trying to say? Well, in my opinion, and you can have a different opinion, a different conclusion, but mine is that Edom went to West Europe. And that's why, and today, they share, the closest genetics to this thing right now. That's why they traced them to Europe. They're tracing people based on who they are in a modern day context. So that little homunculus is related to the people of Europe, but he also says something else. And to me, it just proves that it's a homunculus.
the whole genome sequence analysis divulged that Ata had a rare bone aging disorder triggered by multiple mutations in the genes associated with bone development. This premature aging disease gave rise to the false impression of her being much older than she truly was.
See, and now they're going to explain everything away. But just look at it from what they've already showed you. Right? Look up what a homunculus is and listen, man, you won't be doing too much disagreeing. Because to me, I'm pretty damn sure that that's a homunculus. And they said themselves that uh, that thing is related really to Europeans, but maybe an indigenous Chilean European population, perhaps. Who's to say, right? Who's to say? Let's get into some articles. First, I want to get into the etymology of the word seer. And it means hair or hairy or hairyish, right? But in fact, it is solely used to mean to be very afraid. What people act like this? They're very afraid of some of people, right? The spirit of fear, the spirit of backstab. Well, I've already called the cops and I don't care what happens to you. Let's move down. It means hairy, denounce a he goat. Now, what did that person say about them and the goats? These people love their damn goats. Some of them are part goat because of the goat-headed and dog-headed men that were going around and procreating. Now they have faces like goats and dogs. Facial hair like goats. Faces like dogs. You think this is funny, and people are still fighting to intermix with them. It's very strange. It's very odd. People really truly do have a mental disorder, if that's what you're really pushing. Let me see. No, that's pretty much it. So it means hairy, right? As you already know. Now regarding, I was looking into the ancient Patagonian civilizations. I couldn't find the article that I found before, but I didn't look that deep. So if you guys find it, that's a beautiful thing. If you'd like to send it to me, that would be appreciated as well. But they've noticed that the Indians that were in Chile, especially near so-called Buenos Aires, Argentina, were tall white giants. And the inhabitants of Chile are a mixed stock of people. That's what they have said. That there are different ethnics, an ethnic group of people who are various. Right? And I've looked at some of these people. Some of these people look white. Some of these people look like, mestizos or whatever. Some of them just look like natives. This is a picture of these people of so-called Argentina. So these people have been white for a very long time. I'm just saying, man. These are the same people. They don't really look all that native. They kind of do, but you could tell they're mixed, right? Let's see if I have another. And they love talking about the Patagonians. Why? Because they were lighter skinned. They were their people. That's why. Look at these. They called them, I forgot. They just had so many nice things to say about these white giants. Right? These are their brethren. Understand it. Understand it, man. Look at this, man. These look like Indians to you? They just look like they're mixed up, bro. Which they are. Like they were looking like this pre-colonially. So that's why I say not everyone here were Israelites. Some of these people could be. Absolutely. But you never know. You just don't know. Many nations were here, man. Let's move on. What the hell is this? Get off my screen. Let me see. I don't really have anything to share. I didn't even read this article. Well, I wanted to read this, and I'm in the video. Britain and Argentina shared history. Despite recent difficulties, Britain and Argentina have endured a long and fruitful relationship. On February 2nd, officially recognized Argentina, or Britain officially recognized Argentina as an independent state. The Treaty of Friendship, Commerce, and Navigation was signed on behalf of Britain by the marvelously named Woodbine Parish. I'm not going to say the rest of that. In Buenos Aires. There you go. Buenos Aires again. It was the beginning of a long and often fruitful relationship which saw many British industrialists and landowners make their mark on the young country. So this is where all the slave masters and the rich white people went to commune and be white and glorious. You know, it was a beautiful place. They got to kill all the black and indigenous men and have all the women for themselves. You know, it's a paradise for Edom and friends. Absolutely so. Let me see. That is not all. Argentina has in common with Britain. It too was a colonial power, a product of often bloody expansion ever since the conquistador Juan Diaz de Solis entered the River Plate in 1516. This was never more apparent than during the conquest of the desert, which began in the 1870s and saw General Julio Argentino Roca take the southern region of Patagonia into Argentine control, brutally subjugating the indigenous population, whose predecessors had trod the lands for, whatever. There you go, man. There's been a symbiotic relationship in regards to these different European nations in Argentina, Buenos Aires. So where's Seir? Where's Basra? Where's Edom? You be the judge. I'll just, show you the information. Make your own conclusions. Peace be unto you. Selah Kalah.